Stop for a second, because what I'm about to tell you might just save your life. A shocking Harvard Medical School study revealed that nearly 90% of Americans over 65 are suffering from dangerous muscle loss. It's quietly stealing their balance, their energy, and their independence. And most people don't even know it's happening until it's too late. If you're over 60, type check in the comments right now, because what happens in the next few minutes could decide whether you're still walking strong at 85 or, depending on others, just to move across the room. I'm not here to scare you. I'm here to wake you up to something that could change everything. Millions of seniors are facing a hidden crisis that starts so silently you'd never think it's serious. Maybe you felt it yourself. You stand up from your favorite chair and it takes more effort than it used to. You walk upstairs and notice your legs getting heavy halfway through. That peaceful walk you loved around the block now feels like a chore. And you tell yourself, well, that's just aging. But it's not. What's happening inside your body has a name: sarcopenia. It's a fancy word for muscle loss, and it's robbing people of their independence one small step at a time. Here's what the numbers say. After the age of 30, you lose about 3 to 8% of your muscle every decade. After 65, that loss speeds up dramatically. Your legs, the same ones that have carried you through decades of life, start to weaken first. And when your legs go, everything changes. Suddenly, stairs look taller. Getting up from bed feels heavier. A short grocery trip feels like running a marathon. But what breaks my heart is that so many people believe it's just part of getting older. It's not. It's preventable. And in many cases, it's reversible. You see, your muscles are like the foundation of your house. When the foundation starts to crumble, the rest of the house becomes unstable. Weak legs don't just mean weakness. They mean a higher chance of falling. And a single fall can change everything. Studies show that 1 in 4 seniors falls every year, and the aftermath can be devastating. A broken hip doesn't just hurt, it takes away independence, confidence, and freedom. But that's not even the scariest part. When muscles get weak, your body starts losing more than strength. Your metabolism slows down, your blood sugar rises, your energy crashes, and your heart has to work harder just to keep up. But here's the good news: this doesn't have to happen to you. Because the truth is, your body still remembers how to rebuild. Even after 60, 70, 80 years, your muscles can grow stronger again. You just need to know how to feed them the right way. Here's something most doctors won't tell you: it's not your fault. Medical training focuses on curing diseases, not on teaching people how to stay strong. Most doctors will tell you to walk more, to stay active, to eat healthy, but they won't tell you what kind of healthy food actually rebuilds muscle tissue. They won't tell you which foods repair damaged fibers or which ones trigger your body to make new muscle cells. And that's the problem. You can eat all the salads in the world, but if your muscles aren't getting the fuel they need, you'll keep getting weaker even when you think you're doing everything right. Think about it. You wouldn't fill your car with the wrong fuel and expect it to run smoothly, right? Your muscles work the same way. As we age, our bodies stop absorbing protein and essential nutrients as efficiently as before. That means even if you're eating enough, your body might not be using it the way it used to. That's why so many seniors feel like they're doing everything right, but still feel tired, weak, or sore all the time. But there's a way to turn this around, because there are 6 foods, yes, just 6, that have been scientifically proven to rebuild muscle strength, improve balance, and restore energy. And they're not exotic superfoods or expensive supplements. They're ordinary foods available at any grocery store, probably already sitting in your kitchen. But there's one big catch. Most people eat them the wrong way, completely blocking the very benefits their muscles need. I'm going to show you exactly how to fix that. But before we dive into those, let's do a quick test. Stand up right now if you can. Go ahead. How did that feel? Easy? Or did your legs feel heavier than usual? If it felt easy, type strong in the comments. If it felt tough, type heavy. This isn't a gimmick. That single movement tells you more about your muscle health than any lab test. If it was hard to stand, that means your muscles are already sending a warning signal. And the good news is we can fix it. Here's something to think about. Every day you delay taking action, your body keeps losing muscle fibers. Those fibers don't grow back on their own, but when you give your body the right kind of nutrition, it can rebuild faster than you imagine. In fact, many people notice real improvement within just a few weeks. They walk easier. They wake up with less stiffness. They climb stairs without gasping. They start to feel like themselves again. I know what you might be thinking right now. Can food really make that much difference? The answer is yes. Food isn't just calories, it's chemistry. The right foods switch on your body's natural repair systems. The wrong foods keep them switched off. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to reveal 6 everyday foods that can completely transform your strength and mobility starting from the inside out. Before we go there, I want you to take a moment and think about what strong legs mean to you personally. Maybe it's being able to play with your grandkids without worrying about falling. Maybe it's being able to take that vacation you've been dreaming of. Maybe it's just the freedom to stay in your own home instead of moving somewhere for assistance. Whatever it is, hold that image in your mind because that's what we're working for. You don't have to accept weakness as the price of aging. You don't have to surrender your independence. You can rebuild your strength one meal at a time, starting today. In the next part, we'll talk about the first powerful food on this list. It's bright orange, full of flavor, and acts like pure energy for your legs. And you've probably had it in your kitchen without realizing how powerful it really is. But before you go, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss the next video. Leave a comment and tell me your biggest fear about aging. I read every single one. And if you're ready to take back your strength, type "I'm ready" below. Because this journey starts right now with one choice: to stop accepting weakness and start rebuilding power. If I told you that one of the most powerful foods for rebuilding leg strength is something you've probably eaten your whole life, would you believe me? It's not rare, not expensive, and not from some fancy supplement bottle. It's the humble sweet potato, bright orange, naturally sweet, and often overlooked. But inside that colorful skin lies a powerhouse of nutrients that can wake up tired muscles and refill your body's energy tank faster than most modern pills. Here's what happens to most people as they age. They feel weaker and slower, but they blame it on age instead of energy efficiency. Your muscles are like engines, and as you get older, those engines start running on low-quality fuel. They burn out faster, they stall more often, and they take longer to recover. Sweet potatoes act like premium fuel. They don't just keep you running, they help your engine hum again. The key lies in their complex carbohydrates. Unlike white bread, candy, or sodas that give you a quick spike and crash, sweet potatoes release energy slowly and steadily for hours. That means your legs get a steady supply of fuel instead of a sugar roller coaster. Remember the last time you had that midday crash where your legs felt heavy and your brain foggy? That's your muscles running out of fuel. Sweet potatoes fix that. They keep your blood sugar stable, your energy consistent, and your strength reliable from morning to night. But the magic doesn't stop with carbs. That beautiful orange color comes from beta-carotene, which your body turns into vitamin A. Vitamin A might sound like something that helps only your eyes, but it plays a huge role in repairing the tiny tears that happen in your muscles every day. Every time you walk, climb, lift, or even get out of bed, your muscles experience micro damage. Normally, your body repairs that damage and builds the fibers back stronger, but with age, that repair process slows down. Sweet potatoes give your body the raw material to speed that repair back up, meaning less soreness, quicker recovery, and stronger legs week after week. They also pack a mineral that's absolutely essential for leg function: potassium. If you've ever been jolted awake at night by a painful leg cramp, that's your body screaming for potassium. This mineral helps your muscles contract smoothly and release properly. Without it, your legs misfire like an engine with bad spark plugs. You can eat all the protein you want, but without potassium, those muscles can't move the way they should. One medium sweet potato gives you more potassium than a banana and tastes way better roasted with a little olive oil. And here's something that most people never realize. Sweet potatoes fight inflammation like natural medicine. As we get older, tiny levels of inflammation linger in our muscles, kind of like rust in a machine. You might not see it, but you feel it as stiffness, soreness, or that sluggish heaviness in your legs. The antioxidants in sweet potatoes, especially beta-carotene, scrub that rust away. Over time, that means less pain, better mobility, and a lighter step. You might think of inflammation as something that happens only when you're sick, but in older adults, it's a daily background fire that quietly burns muscle tissue. That's why sweet potatoes are more than food. They're recovery fuel. They don't just stop the fire, they help rebuild what's been burned. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Most people eat sweet potatoes the wrong way. They drown them in sugar, marshmallows, or butter, which cancels out half of their benefits. The best way to eat them is simple: roasted, baked, or steamed with a little olive oil and herbs. Olive oil helps your body absorb the vitamins better because vitamins A, D, E, and K need healthy fat to get into your cells. Sprinkle some cinnamon if you like a little sweetness, it balances blood sugar even more. And you don't need a mountain of them. A medium sized sweet potato, about the size of your fist, is perfect. Have it 2 or 3 times a week, and you'll start to feel the difference. Many people notice within a month that their legs feel lighter, that they can walk longer without resting, and that those early morning stiffness moments begin to fade away. Let me tell you about Dorothy, a 74-year-old grandmother from Michigan. 6 months ago, Dorothy called me nearly in tears. She said, "I can't climb the stairs to my bedroom anymore. My daughter wants to move me into assisted living." You could hear the fear in her voice. The fear of losing her home, her independence, her identity. I told her to start with one simple change: one sweet potato a day. She thought I was joking, but she did it anyway. She baked one every evening, sprinkled it with olive oil, and paired it with whatever dinner she was having. 3 weeks later, she called again, this time laughing. She said, "I just climb my stairs without stopping." 6 months later, she hiked 2 miles with her grandkids. She still eats her sweet potato every night. That's not a miracle. That's nutrition doing exactly what it's designed to do when you give it the right tools. Some people ask, can I just take vitamin A or potassium supplements instead? The answer is simple: your body absorbs nutrients from real food much better than from pills. Sweet potatoes give you not only vitamin A and potassium, but also fiber, antioxidants, and plant compounds that work together. It's the teamwork of nutrients that creates the power, not one isolated vitamin. And that fiber, it's not just for digestion. A healthy gut helps your body absorb all the nutrients that actually rebuild your muscles. Think of your digestive system as the delivery truck that carries nutrients to your muscles. If that truck breaks down, your muscles don't get what they need. The fiber in sweet potatoes keeps that system running smoothly, ensuring that every bite you eat counts towards strength. Now, if you've been skipping breakfast or eating quick snacks throughout the day, try adding sweet potatoes instead. They're versatile. You can add diced sweet potato to an omelet, make a soup, mash them as a side dish, or slice and bake them like fries. They taste incredible, they keep you full, and they give your muscles a constant stream of energy. I want you to imagine something for a moment. Picture yourself 6 months from now. You wake up, swing your legs out of bed, and stand up easily. No stiffness, no hesitation. You walk to the kitchen and feel steady, light, and strong. That's not wishful thinking. That's the power of small, consistent choices. If Dorothy can do it at 74, you can absolutely do it too. The only thing standing between you and stronger legs is consistency. The body you have right now is still capable of building muscle, balance, and stability. You just need to feed it right. So this week, I want you to take one small step, literally. Go to the store, grab a few sweet potatoes, and make them part of your weekly meals. Don't overthink it. Don't wait for the perfect diet. Just start. Every time you eat that orange goodness, you're not just feeding your body, you're fueling your future. If this story has opened your eyes even a little, hit that like button right now. It helps this message reach more people who need to hear it. And in the next part, we'll move to the next secret food, something that builds endurance and fights fatigue like nothing else. It's probably sitting in your pantry already, waiting to wake up your tired legs. When I tell people that one of the most powerful muscle-building foods is something they've had for breakfast their entire lives, they look at me like I'm kidding. But I'm not. Oats, the simple, ordinary oats sitting quietly in your pantry, are one of the most underrated weapons against weak, tired legs. You might think of them as plain old breakfast food, but what they do inside your body is nothing short of incredible. Let's start with something most people don't realize: energy loss isn't just about feeling tired. It's a signal that your muscles aren't getting enough steady fuel. You know that feeling when your legs start to drag halfway through the day. You're not just exhausted, you're running out of fuel. As we age, our blood sugar becomes harder to control. It spikes and crashes more often, leaving your muscles begging for a stable source of energy. That's where oats come in. Oats are a slow-burning, steady source of energy. They contain a special kind of fiber called beta-glucan that slows down digestion just enough to give you a steady release of glucose, the fuel your muscles crave. This means instead of feeling great for an hour after breakfast and then crashing by noon, your energy stays level all morning. No roller coaster, no mid-afternoon fog, just steady strength. You might not think of it this way, but your muscles depend on stable blood sugar like a car depends on a smooth road. When your blood sugar spikes and crashes, your muscles can't get consistent power. But oats smooth that road. They keep your fuel system running evenly, giving your legs the stamina they need for walking, climbing, and moving through your day without feeling like you're dragging an anchor behind you. There's another hidden secret inside those tiny flakes: protein. Most people don't know that oats are actually a great plant-based protein source. They're not complete like meat or eggs, but they contain vital amino acids your muscles need to repair and grow. And here's the thing most seniors never hear: as you get older, your body actually needs more protein than when you were younger, not less. Because the older you get, the less efficiently your body uses the protein you eat. So even if you think you're eating enough, your muscles might be getting shortchanged. Oats help bridge that gap. A bowl of oatmeal in the morning is like sending your muscles a friendly reminder that you still care about them. Add a handful of nuts, and you've got a perfect balance of protein, healthy fats, and slow burning carbs, all the things your legs need to feel alive again. But the power of oats doesn't stop there. They're loaded with iron, and that's huge for muscle endurance. Iron carries oxygen from your lungs to your muscles. Without it, your muscles suffocate from the inside out. You might not even realize you're low on iron, but if you often feel out of breath, dizzy, or unusually tired, there's a good chance you are. Oats give you a gentle, natural way to restore those iron levels without upsetting your stomach like some supplements can. And then there's magnesium, the quiet hero mineral in oats. It's the mineral your body uses to help muscles contract and relax properly. When you're low on magnesium, you might get those annoying twitches, cramps, or restless legs at night that keep you from sleeping well. You might think you're just getting old, but really, your muscles are just missing the magnesium they need to function normally. Oats quietly deliver it with every spoonful. Imagine your blood flowing smoothly through your legs, oxygen moving freely, muscles getting the exact nutrients they need. No tightness, no heaviness, just strength that lasts. That's what regular oats do when you eat them consistently. They don't just fill you up, they rebuild the system that keeps you on your feet. Let me share something that might sound familiar. You start your day strong. Maybe you do a bit of cleaning, some gardening, or even a short walk. But by the afternoon, your legs feel like concrete. You think, maybe I'm just tired today. But it keeps happening. Every day around the same time, that wall of fatigue hits. That's not normal aging. That's your blood sugar and oxygen levels dropping. Oats fix both. They keep your energy steady and your muscles oxygenated so you can get through the day without that dreaded slump. The best part, they're simple. You don't need a fancy recipe or expensive brand. Just a half cup of dry oats rolled, steel cut, or quick, whichever you like. Cook them with water or milk, and they expand into a full bowl of nourishment. Add a sprinkle of cinnamon for blood sugar balance, a few berries for antioxidants, maybe a spoon of peanut butter for protein, and you've got a powerhouse meal. If you're someone who doesn't like warm oatmeal, try overnight oats. Just soak them in milk or yogurt overnight, add fruit or nuts, and you've got a cold breakfast ready in the morning. You can even toss a scoop into your smoothie. You won't taste it, but your body will feel it. The goal isn't perfection, it's consistency. 3 or 4 times a week is enough to start rebuilding endurance. I once worked with a retired firefighter named Frank. He was 71, strong as ever in spirit, but constantly tired in his legs. He told me he used to run upstairs for a living, but now could barely climb the steps to his porch. We started small. He swapped his sugary cereal for a bowl of oatmeal with walnuts and blueberries. Within 2 weeks, he said, "I don't know what's happening, but I don't need my afternoon nap anymore." After a month, he was walking 2 miles a day. He hadn't changed anything else, just breakfast. That's the power of steady fuel. And there's something deeper here. When your legs get tired, it's not just your muscles, it's your confidence. Every time you feel too tired to move, your world gets a little smaller. But every time you give your body real, steady fuel, that world opens up again. You move more, you feel better, you do more. It's a cycle that builds life back into your days. If you've been feeling like your legs run out of steam halfway through the day, I want you to promise yourself one small thing. For the next week, start your morning with oats. Just one bowl. Don't expect magic on day one, but give your body a chance to catch up. The results will surprise you. And remember this: strong legs don't come from pushing harder. They come from fueling smarter. You can have all the motivation in the world, but without the right nutrients, your muscles won't listen. Oats give them that language back. So before you move on to your next video or scroll to the next thing, take a deep breath and make a small commitment. Go to your pantry, grab that bag of oats, and put it on your counter where you'll see it in the morning. Because the change you're waiting for doesn't come from somewhere else. It starts with what's already in your home. If this message spoke to you, hit that like button right now. And if you're serious about rebuilding your energy and endurance, type oats in the comments. In the next part, we're going to uncover a food that doesn't just feed your muscles, it heals them from the inside out. Most people think it's trendy, but the truth is it's nature's anti-inflammatory medicine, and it's about to become your leg's new best friend. When I tell people the next food on this list can make stiff, achy legs feel younger again, most of them laugh. They think I'm talking about some exotic supplement or hard to find herb, but I'm not. The truth is, the next food is something you've seen 1,000 times in the grocery store. Smooth, creamy, green, and packed with healthy fats, it's the humble avocado. The same fruit people spread on toast without realizing it's one of nature's most powerful anti-inflammatory medicines. You see, the biggest enemy of muscle strength isn't age. It's inflammation. It's the invisible fire that burns quietly inside your body, breaking down muscle fibers, stiffening joints, and slowing recovery. It's the reason your legs feel heavy in the morning, or why you wake up stiff and take those few warm up steps before you can walk normally. That's not just age, that's inflammation doing its work. And avocados fight that fire better than almost anything you can eat. Those creamy green bites are loaded with monounsaturated fats, the same kind found in olive oil. But what these fats do inside your body is extraordinary. They calm inflammation, lubricate your joints, and help your blood flow freely through your legs. Think of them as oiling the gears in a rusty machine. Once the gears move smoothly again, everything works better. Your steps feel lighter, your knees don't creak. You stand up without that sharp twinge in your thigh. Now, here's where things get even more interesting. Most people know avocados are healthy, but they have no idea how much power they pack when it comes to muscle health. Avocados contain more potassium than bananas, nearly 1,000 milligrams in just one fruit. Potassium helps your muscles contract properly. It keeps your nerves firing smoothly, your heart steady, and your muscles cramp-free. If you've ever been startled awake by a sudden Charlie horse in your leg, that's your body begging for potassium. A few servings of avocado every week can make those painful surprises disappear for good. And there's more. Avocados are rich in vitamin E, one of the most powerful antioxidants known to science. Vitamin E protects your muscle cells from damage. Every time you walk, climb, or bend, your muscles experience tiny tears, perfectly normal. But as we age, the repair process slows, and vitamin E speeds it up again. It acts like a shield, keeping your muscle fibers safe from the wear and tear of daily movement. When your muscles are protected, you recover faster, stay stronger, and feel steadier. There's another hidden superpower in avocados that most people overlook. They help you absorb nutrients better from other foods. Many of the vitamins your muscles need, like vitamins A, D, E, and K, are fat-soluble. That means they need fat to dissolve and enter your bloodstream. Without fat, your body can't use them. So when you eat that beautiful salad full of greens and vegetables, but no healthy fat, your body barely absorbs half the nutrients. Add a few slices of avocado and suddenly your body starts soaking up everything. Vitamins, antioxidants, minerals, all of it gets unlocked and put to work. That's why I always tell people, don't fear healthy fats. The right fats are the gateway to strength. One of my clients, a retired teacher named Helen, once told me she hated avocados, said they were too mushy and bland. But she was desperate. Her knees ached constantly, and she couldn't stand for more than 10 minutes without pain. I convinced her to try them a different way, mashed with lemon juice, a sprinkle of salt, and spread on whole grain toast. Within 3 weeks, she noticed something. I don't groan when I stand up anymore, she said, laughing. 6 months later, she was walking a mile a day and gardening again, something she hadn't done in years. That's not coincidence. That's chemistry working in your favor. You don't need to eat avocados every day to get the benefits. 2 to 4 times a week is enough. Half an avocado per serving is perfect. You can slice it into salads, mash it on toast, or even blend it into a smoothie. You'll hardly taste it, but your muscles will feel the difference. If you're someone who skips meals or struggles with appetite, avocados are a great way to get calories that actually nourish you instead of weighing you down. Now, let's talk about something that scares many people away: fat. For decades, we were told that fat was bad, that it clogs arteries and causes heart problems. But modern science has rewritten that story. The fats in avocados are not the problem, they're the solution. These fats help keep your blood vessels flexible and your heart strong, both of which are critical for healthy leg muscles. When your circulation improves, your muscles get more oxygen and nutrients, and waste products like lactic acid are cleared faster. That means less fatigue, faster recovery, and a real boost in endurance. It's funny how people chase expensive supplements when the real medicine is sitting right in front of them in the produce aisle. You don't need powders or pills that promise miracles. You need real food that works with your body, not against it. Avocados are one of those rare foods that help almost every system in your body: your heart, your muscles, your brain, even your skin. And yet, they're so simple: slice, eat, benefit. No complicated instructions, no magic formula, just nature doing what it was designed to do. If you want a quick and delicious way to enjoy them, try this. Cut an avocado in half, remove the pit, and fill the space with chopped tomatoes, onions, and a little olive oil. Sprinkle a pinch of salt and squeeze a bit of lemon on top. Eat it with a spoon. It's refreshing, filling, and your muscles will thank you. Another trick: add avocado to your eggs. The combination of protein from the eggs and the healthy fat from the avocado turns breakfast into a muscle-building meal. It's not just tasty, it's fuel that lasts all day. Your body digests it slowly, keeping your energy even and your hunger satisfied. That's one of the biggest advantages of foods like avocado. They don't just give you nutrients, they help control your appetite, your energy, and even your mood. Here's the truth most people don't realize: pain and stiffness aren't just signs of aging, they're signs of inflammation and poor circulation. When you calm the inflammation and get the blood moving again, the pain fades, the stiffness eases, and the spark in your movement returns. You might be older, but your body still knows how to heal. It just needs the right materials to work with. So, this week I want you to do something simple. Go to your kitchen and add avocados to your grocery list. Commit to eating them 2 or 3 times this week. You don't have to make big changes. You don't have to count calories. Just give your body the tools it's been missing, and it will do the rest. If you've ever woken up feeling stiff, if your knees ache after a short walk, or if your legs feel like they belong to someone else when you stand up, this is your chance to change that. Start small. Half an avocado at lunch, a spoonful mashed on toast in the morning. Just start, and within a few weeks, you'll feel it. The ease, the lightness, the energy that comes back when inflammation dies down and circulation returns. Your body wants to heal. It's been trying to all along. Sometimes it just needs a little help from you. If you're ready to fight inflammation the natural way, hit the like button right now and type avocado in the comments if you're going to try it this week. I read every single one because every person who takes that first step deserves to be cheered on. And in the next part, I'm going to show you something truly powerful, a food so colorful, so full of life, that it doesn't just protect your muscles, it helps your brain stay sharp too. Most people think of it as dessert, but it's actually one of nature's most advanced anti-aging tools. You're going to love it. When people see a bowl of berries, blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, they see sweetness, color, maybe dessert. What they don't see is medicine, not the kind that comes in bottles, but the kind nature created long before there were pills. Every bright berry you see is packed with tiny soldiers called antioxidants, and these soldiers are fighting a war inside your body every single day. A war against time, against stress, and against the silent damage that weakens your muscles, dulls your energy, and clouds your mind. Here's the truth: every single day, your body is attacked by unstable molecules called free radicals. They sound harmless, but they're not. They're like microscopic sparks that burn through your cells, damaging your muscles, your nerves, even your DNA. They come from pollution, stress, poor diet, and simply from breathing. You can't stop them from forming, but you can stop them from winning. And that's where berries step in. The deep red, blue, and purple colors that make berries beautiful are actually chemical armor. Those colors come from special compounds called anthocyanins, and they have one job: to neutralize those damaging free radicals before they can destroy your strength. When you eat berries, those antioxidants flood into your bloodstream and start repairing what the years have chipped away. They don't just protect your muscles, they help build new, healthy cells. That's why I call berries the muscle protectors. They keep your body younger at a cellular level. Every bite is like sending reinforcements to your muscles, your joints, even your brain. Because here's something fascinating: what protects your muscles also protects your memory. The same antioxidants that stop muscle aging also strengthen the communication lines in your brain. Studies from Harvard and Tufts University show that people who eat berries regularly have better focus, sharper memory, and slower cognitive decline as they age. That means fewer "where did I put my keys" moments and more days where your mind feels alert and alive. But let's come back to your legs. Think about what happens when you walk or climb stairs. Your muscles contract, stretch, and pull in perfect coordination. That movement depends on clean, strong muscle fibers. Free radicals disrupt that by damaging the fibers and making recovery slower. That's why, after a long walk, you might feel sore longer than you used to. But when your body is flooded with antioxidants from berries, those muscle fibers repair faster. You recover quicker. You feel less stiffness and more flexibility. And there's another benefit most people overlook: circulation. Anthocyanins in berries improve blood flow by keeping your arteries flexible and reducing inflammation in your blood vessels. Better circulation means your legs get more oxygen, more nutrients, and more power. It's like upgrading from an old, clogged garden hose to a brand new one that lets water flow freely again. You'll notice it as lighter steps, better balance, and less fatigue. There's also vitamin C, the star vitamin in most berries. Everyone knows it helps your immune system, but it's also crucial for collagen production. Collagen is the protein that holds your muscles, tendons, and joints together. As you age, your natural collagen levels drop, leading to stiffness and weakness. Berries help your body keep producing collagen so your muscles stay elastic and your joints stay smooth. Here's something that surprises a lot of people: berries don't have to be fresh to be powerful. Frozen berries are just as good. In fact, sometimes they're even better because they're frozen right after harvest when nutrients are at their peak. So if fresh berries are expensive or out of season, go for frozen. Keep a bag in your freezer, and you'll always have a dose of muscle medicine ready. You can add them anywhere, toss them into your oatmeal, blend them into a smoothie, sprinkle them over yogurt, or just eat them by the handful. The goal isn't to eat pounds of them, it's to eat them regularly. A handful a few times a week is enough to start seeing the difference. Your body doesn't need perfection, it needs consistency. I remember a woman named Clara who came to one of my workshops. She was 72 and told me she used to love walking, but lately her knees hurt so much she could barely manage half a block. She'd also started forgetting small things: where she parked, what she went into a room for. She felt old for the first time in her life. I told her to start small: half a cup of mixed berries every morning with her breakfast. Nothing else. Just that. 3 months later, she came back smiling. Her knee pain was almost gone, her walks were longer, and she said something that stuck with me. "It's not just my legs that feel better," she said. "It's my brain. I feel awake again." She laughed, and it was the kind of laugh you can only give when you realize you've turned back the clock a little. That's the kind of change berries can bring. They don't just make you stronger, they make you feel alive again. And there's science to back it up. In one study, older adults who ate berries regularly showed measurable improvement in balance and coordination after just 8 weeks. The researchers said it was likely due to improved blood flow and faster muscle recovery. But I like to think of it as your body finally breathing again after years of quiet stress. And there's something else. Berries help calm chronic inflammation, the same kind that causes arthritis and joint stiffness. Remember how inflammation works, like rust on your muscles and joints. Berries act like the polish that removes that rust. The more regularly you eat them, the smoother your movements become. If you've ever thought, "I wish I could move like I used to," this is how you start. You don't have to chase expensive miracle cures. You start with real food that your body recognizes, loves, and uses. Here's something you can try tomorrow morning. Make a simple bowl of Greek yogurt, add a handful of blueberries and strawberries, drizzle a little honey if you like, and top it with a few walnuts. It's creamy, crunchy, sweet, and incredibly powerful. You'll feel satisfied, your blood sugar will stay balanced, and your muscles will quietly start rebuilding from the inside out. Or try blending frozen berries into a smoothie with oats and a splash of milk. It's quick, it's delicious, and it keeps you full for hours. These small meals don't just feed your body, they repair it. Every day you eat foods like this, you're not just fighting aging, you're reversing it. You're telling your body, "I'm still here, I still care." That's what this journey is all about: taking small actions that add up to something big. So here's my challenge for you. Go to your fridge or freezer, grab whatever berries you have, and make them part of your meals this week. Even a handful is enough to start building momentum. Don't wait until next month, next Monday, or after the holidays. Start today. If you've ever wanted to feel lighter, sharper, and more alive, this is your moment. Berries are small, but what they do inside your body is huge. They protect your muscles, energize your brain, and slow down the clock in ways science is still discovering. If this message makes sense to you, hit that like button right now and type berries in the comments to let me know you're starting this week. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do, because the next food on our list isn't sweet or soft. It's powerful, rich, and comes from the ocean. It rebuilds muscle like nothing else on earth and can change the way you move and feel in just a few weeks. There's a reason so many cultures call fish the food of life. It's not just about heart health or omega-3s on a nutrition label. It's about what those nutrients actually do inside your body. If you've been feeling like your legs have lost their strength, if simple walks leave you breathless, or if you're tired of waking up stiff and sore, this next food could be a complete game changer. Because it doesn't just stop muscle loss, it helps rebuild what you've already lost. And it's something most of us can find right at the grocery store: salmon. You might look at a piece of salmon and think, that's dinner. But what it really is medicine, natural muscle medicine. A study published in the Journal of Clinical Nutrition followed older adults who ate salmon twice a week. After just 16 weeks, they improved their leg strength by over 30% and cut their risk of falling almost in half. That's not a coincidence. It's chemistry, and the secret lies in salmon's powerful nutrients: protein, omega-3 fatty acids, vitamin D, and vitamin B12. Let's start with the foundation: protein. You've heard the word 1,000 times, but what most people don't realize is that the kind of protein you eat matters. Salmon gives you complete protein, meaning it contains every single amino acid your muscles need to rebuild. Think of amino acids as the bricks and mortar that repair the cracks time has made in your strength. Every step, every climb, every stretch creates microscopic tears in your muscle fibers. In your 30s, your body patched those tears overnight. But now, it takes longer. Salmon gives your body the raw material to repair faster and build stronger tissue. But the real magic lies in salmon's omega-3 fats, EPA and DHA. These aren't just healthy fats, they're muscle-activating messengers. They travel into your muscle cells and tell them, wake up, it's time to rebuild. Research from Harvard Medical School showed that omega-3s literally turn on the genes responsible for muscle growth. They also lower inflammation, the enemy we've been talking about since the start of this series. Think of inflammation as fog in your muscles. It slows communication between your nerves and your fibers. That's why you sometimes feel clumsy, weak, or slower than you used to. Omega-3s clear that fog. They make your nerves fire faster, your coordination sharper, and your recovery smoother. They even improve how well your muscles use protein, which means every gram of food you eat suddenly works harder for you. And that's not all. Omega-3s improve circulation, especially to your legs. They keep your arteries flexible and your blood flowing freely, which means more oxygen and nutrients reach your muscles. When circulation improves, your legs feel lighter, your balance steadier, and your stamina higher. You might notice you can walk longer before getting tired, or that your calves don't ache the way they used to after standing. That's your body responding to better blood flow. Now let's talk about another star nutrient in salmon, vitamin D. Most people think vitamin D is about bones, and yes, it keeps them strong. But it's also a key player in muscle strength and coordination. Low vitamin D makes muscles weak and slow to respond. It's one reason seniors are more likely to stumble or lose balance. Salmon gives you a natural source of vitamin D your body can actually absorb. It's like turning the lights back on in a dimly lit room. Suddenly, everything works better. Then there's vitamin B12, another nutrient that's often overlooked. Vitamin B12 powers your nerves, the same ones that tell your muscles when to move. Without enough of it, your muscles might be willing, but the signal doesn't get through clearly. You might feel tingling, fatigue, or weakness. B12 restores that connection, recharging the communication between your brain and your body so movement becomes effortless again. Now, you might be wondering, can I really feel the difference just from eating fish? The answer is yes, and faster than you think. Because these nutrients don't just prevent further loss, they actively rebuild what's been fading. In studies, seniors who added salmon to their diet twice a week improved their grip strength and leg performance within 1 month. You don't need fancy supplements, powders, or protein shakes. You just need real food that your body recognizes. You can prepare salmon in so many simple ways. Bake it with olive oil, lemon, and herbs. Grill it for a smoky flavor. Pan-sear it until the edges are crisp. If fresh salmon feels too expensive, canned salmon is just as powerful, sometimes even better, because it still contains those tiny bones rich in calcium. Add it to a salad, mix it with oats to make salmon cakes, or stir it into pasta. It's budget-friendly, fast, and unbelievably nutritious. And for those worried about mercury, here's the truth: salmon is one of the safest fish you can eat. Wild-caught salmon has very low mercury levels, especially compared to big fish like tuna. If you can find sockeye or coho salmon, even better. They're smaller fish, so they accumulate less mercury, but are packed with omega-3s. Let me tell you about a man named Richard, a 78-year-old grandfather from Texas. He'd been active his whole life, but started feeling like his legs were betraying him. He couldn't stand for long periods and got tired walking from the car to the store. His daughter convinced him to try something simple: 2 servings of salmon every week, baked with olive oil and herbs. 4 weeks later, he called her and said, "I don't know what's happening, but I feel steady again. I even fixed the fence myself yesterday." 3 months later, he was back to mowing his lawn. That's not magic. It's nutrition finally giving his body what it was missing. You see, we often underestimate food. We think strength comes from willpower or exercise, but your muscles are built in the kitchen long before they're used on the floor. What you feed your body determines how it responds to aging. And when you give it the right building blocks, it doesn't just maintain, it regenerates. Here's one more thing salmon does that's often overlooked: it improves your mood. Those same omega-3s that heal your muscles also calm your mind. They reduce stress, lift depression, and help you sleep better. And when you sleep better, your body releases growth hormones that rebuild muscle tissue overnight. It's a chain reaction, one small habit creating ripple effects through your entire life. Now imagine this: you wake up in the morning, stretch your legs, and they feel strong. You go for a walk without hesitation. You climb those stairs without grabbing the railing. You look at yourself in the mirror and realize you're standing taller, moving easier, breathing deeper. That's what happens when your body starts getting the right support. That's the kind of transformation salmon brings when it becomes a regular part of your week. You don't have to eat it every day. 2 or 3 servings a week are enough. Think of it as your weekly repair kit. Every time you eat it, your body gets another chance to rebuild, refuel, and restore. Pair it with one of the earlier foods: sweet potatoes, oats, avocados, or berries, and you've created a meal that's practically designed to turn back the clock. And if salmon isn't your favorite, you can get similar benefits from sardines, trout, or mackerel. The point isn't perfection, it's persistence. The more often you feed your body what it needs, the more it thanks you with energy, balance, and independence. So here's my challenge for you this week: add salmon to your grocery list. Plan 2 simple meals with it, maybe one for lunch, one for dinner. Don't overcomplicate it. Keep it simple, fresh, and flavorful. Your body will do the rest. If you're ready to rebuild your strength from the inside out, hit the like button right now and type salmon in the comments to tell me you're joining this week's challenge. Because the next part will show you the most surprising muscle-building food of all. It's not fish, not fruit, not grain. It's something you've been eating your entire life, but maybe eating the wrong way. And the secret to using it right can completely change your strength, balance, and energy in just weeks. When I say the next food can rebuild your strength faster than anything else you've eaten so far, most people don't believe me. They think it's too simple, too ordinary. But that's the beauty of it. The most powerful food for muscle health isn't exotic or expensive. It's sitting right there in your fridge. The humble egg. We've been eating eggs for thousands of years, but we've never really given them the respect they deserve. They're small, they're cheap, and yet they're one of the most complete sources of nutrition on the planet. When it comes to rebuilding muscle, especially the kind of deep, structural muscle in your legs, eggs are unmatched. They're what I call nature's perfect protein. Now, you've probably heard that before, but let me tell you what it really means. Every cell in your body is made of protein. Your muscles, your bones, your skin, even your heart, all built from amino acids, the building blocks of protein. Eggs contain all 9 essential amino acids in exactly the proportions your body needs to repair and grow muscle tissue. No supplement can match that balance. Your body recognizes egg protein instantly and puts it to work where it's needed most. Here's something else most people don't know. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at turning protein into muscle. You could eat a big steak, and only part of that protein gets used. But eggs, your body absorbs and uses their protein almost completely. That means every bite counts. For seniors, that's critical because the difference between staying independent and needing help often comes down to a few ounces of muscle. And here's where most people go wrong: they skip the yolk. For years, we were told to avoid it. Too much cholesterol, they said. But science has proven that was a myth. The yolk isn't the problem, it's the prize. That golden center is loaded with nutrients your muscles and nerves desperately need. It's one of the few natural sources of vitamin D, which boosts muscle strength, balance, and bone density. It also contains choline, a nutrient that helps your nerves and muscles communicate efficiently. When your brain can send clear signals to your legs, your coordination improves, your reflexes stay sharp, and your chances of falling drop dramatically. And that's not all. Egg yolks contain lutein and zeaxanthin, powerful antioxidants that protect not just your eyes but also your muscle cells from stress. Every time you move, your muscles generate tiny amounts of oxidative damage, and these antioxidants act like a shield. They help your muscle fibers recover faster, which means less soreness and more energy to keep moving. If you're worried about cholesterol, here's the truth: the cholesterol in eggs doesn't significantly raise blood cholesterol for most people. In fact, eggs can actually improve your HDL, the good cholesterol that protects your heart. So eating whole eggs isn't dangerous, it's smart. It gives your body the full spectrum of nutrients it needs to rebuild and protect itself. Now let's talk about how to use them. The key is consistency. 1 or 2 eggs a day, most days of the week, is perfect. You can have them boiled, scrambled, poached, or in an omelette. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you eat them regularly. If you've been eating just the whites, start including the yolks again. That's where the vitamin D, choline, and healthy fats live. Try pairing your eggs with one of the other muscle-building foods we've already talked about. Scrambled eggs with avocado on toast, a poached egg on top of a bowl of oatmeal, an omelet with spinach and sweet potatoes. When you combine these foods, they work together: protein for building, fats for absorption, and antioxidants for recovery. It's like giving your muscles everything they need in one meal. Let me tell you a story about a man named James. He's 75, retired, and used to be a carpenter. His hands were still strong, but his legs were getting weak. He said, "I can still hold a hammer, but I can't climb the ladder anymore." He was skipping breakfast most days, living mostly on coffee and toast. I told him to start his morning with 2 boiled eggs. That's it, just that one change. 3 weeks later, he called me and said, "I can walk up my driveway without stopping." After 2 months, he said something that hit me hard: "I feel sturdy again." That's what happens when you start fueling your body instead of just feeding it. Eggs don't just build muscle, they rebuild confidence. They help you feel solid in your own body again. You stop second guessing your steps, stop holding the railing so tight, stop worrying that your legs might give out. Because they won't, not when you're giving them what they need to stay strong. And let's not forget the simplest benefit: energy. Eggs help stabilize blood sugar and keep you full for hours. That means no more mid-morning energy crashes or cravings for sugary snacks. You'll feel steady, focused, and energized. It's a small change with a huge impact. You might be wondering if there's a best time to eat eggs. Morning is ideal because your body is fasting overnight, and breakfast is your first chance to send it a message: rebuild. But if mornings are rushed, have them for lunch or dinner. What matters is that they're a regular part of your week. Here's another tip: soft boiled or poached eggs are easiest to digest and keep all the nutrients intact. Avoid overcooking them, as that can make the protein tougher to absorb. If you prefer scrambled, cook them slowly on low heat with a little olive oil. That way, the protein stays tender and the nutrients stay alive. Think of each egg as a tiny toolbox. Inside it are all the tools your body needs to rebuild muscle, balance hormones, protect your brain, and support your heart. No single pill or supplement can do that, but nature gave us something that can, and it costs less than a cup of coffee. I know what you're thinking. Can something so small really make such a difference? The answer is yes. When you eat the right foods consistently, small becomes powerful. Every egg, every bite, every day you choose to nourish instead of neglect is a vote for your independence, your freedom, your life. So here's what I want you to do this week. Don't skip breakfast. Don't reach for cereal or pastries. Instead, cook 2 eggs. Sit down, eat slowly. Feel what real nourishment feels like again. You're not just eating breakfast, you're rebuilding your foundation one meal at a time. And I want you to picture something. Imagine yourself a year from now, walking confidently, climbing stairs without grabbing the handrail, standing tall with steady balance. You don't have to dream it. You can create it, one egg at a time. If this spoke to you, hit that like button right now and type in the comments. And if you're serious about staying strong, don't forget to subscribe because the next part is about how to put everything together: the foods, the timing, and the 1 minute habit that doubles all these benefits. That's right, one small habit that helps your body use these 6 foods twice as effectively. You won't want to miss it. Remember this: you're not too old, too late, or too far gone. Your body still knows how to heal. You just have to remind it. And the journey starts, like it always has, with something simple: real food, real strength, and the belief that you deserve to feel good again. By now, you know the foods that can bring your strength back: sweet potatoes for fuel,